Hey guys, welcome back to Popcorn and Champagne.
This is season 6, episode 2.
Woo! Cheers. Cheers.
Was it good? Good to the last drop.
That's right. Hey Tony.
Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good. How you?
Good. You look pretty.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank you, dog.
Love your colors. Ooh.
Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Champagne. Mm-hmm. Please make sure you guys subscribe to all of our social media channels,
That's
which
right.
are Popcorn and Champagne
_.
Go for it, Tiff. Go,
Popcorn,
go.
Popcorn _ Champagne on Instagram. We're on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, and anywhere you can get your podcast.
Absolutely. And also major shout out to our sponsors, Colonel's Popcorn.
Yay.
And don't forget, you can get a 10% off of the Tony and Tiff mix by using the code TTMix10.
Yay.
Yay. Now it's time for infotainment. This is sad.
This is
Infotainment.
sad.
Yeah. Mariah Carey's mother and her sister tragically died on the same day. They tragically passed away on the same day.
This is crazy.
It's really sad. And they're not saying the reason the mom passed away. I think she still was in contact with her mom. I think she was with her mom up until the end. But the funny thing is that her sister, I don't think they were estranged.
Okay.
And they told her that her sister was in hospice, and she never went to go see her sister.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So she was close to the mother.
I think
they
she
were
was,
good.
yeah, I think in years past they may have had some issues.
Yeah.
But now I think up until she passed away, they were good.
I wonder what happened between her and the sister.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. That's sad for anybody.
Yeah.
I hate that for her.
I do too. So shout out and prayers to Mariah Carey.
That's right.
Yeah. So now it's time for reality. Oh, sorry, what?
One little thing.
Oh, what?
What about the Kelsey brothers girl getting this $100 million deal?
That's huge. It's $100 million deal over 3 years
Yes.
that they get. So I guess they get 33,000 million every year. And it's it's with Wondery.
Wondering. I was wondering.
I was wondering.
Can we get a little bit? Can you
We
break
don't even
this
have to
out?
have $100 million.
Well, I ain't gonna claim it in the name of Jesus.
No,
but
I'm just saying, to get us started, we don't have to have $100 million. We can have
I
like
saw that
90
today.
a million.
And then his his brother has a gig with ESPN.
He's gonna be a broadcaster. He's so sweet. I like the Kelsey brothers. I am sick of the Travis and Taylor thing. I'm sick of that. But
this has put Travis on.
yeah,
Baby.
yeah. He's gonna stay with her.
I pat both their knees though.
Yeah, you pat his knee. They're too young to pat the knee.
Okay, we can do other things. Okay, we're on to
reality show recap.
Real Housewives of Orange County on Bravo is one of my faves, and they are the true OGs of the Housewife.
They started it, right?
That's right,
Okay.
franchise. And it has started off with a bang, guys. So Shannon Beador has always kind of been accused of being a drunk on the show. Okay, they always said when she was at home and going through her divorce, she would call her friends. She would be plastered, white girl wasted.
Jeez.
And not remember the conversations that she would have.
Right.
So this, fast forward, I think it was last year, she was dating a man, and it was on the show that they were dating. His name was John. I can't think his last name. And they had a huge argument, breakup. She left his house drunk. It was all over the news where she was in her car and hit a house, basically. She ran into the porch of a house, but she didn't stop. She kept going.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was anyone hurt?
No one was hurt. This was in dead of night, like, I don't know. It looked like no one was really out.
Yeah.
But it caused damage to the person's house, and they had her on camera. So.
She go to jail?
No, not really. I mean, she got a DUI. You know, that was it. You know, they're not going to, because she kept driving. So it was all figured out the next day. But of course she was brought in to,
Right.
Yeah, so she's reeling from that, and Tamara Judge is giving her the business on it, girl. So every time they go out to dinner,
She brings it up. Or
Yeah.
she's watching her drink.
there it is.
Oh.
And it's like, are you gonna drink? You know you can't. You're not supposed to be drinking. So
Is she drinking though?
no, she's being very conscious
Okay,
of not, and
okay.
she's in therapy, and she's
Okay.
really following. Like she has to blow into a
Yeah.
thing to start her car.
Aw.
Yeah, no, this is a thing.
Yeah.
So I hate it for her. And then John Jansen, that's his name, her ex-boyfriend, is dating one of the other past cast members. You remember Jesus Jugs? Dang, Alexis was her name. Well, she's back as a character as a housewife on the show. She's dating Shannon's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, juicy.
It is very juicy.
Juicy.
So it's
I've never been into that one.
Oh,
And I know they're the OGs, like
They
the
are.
real OGs, but I've never been into Orange County
Yeah.
ever. And I think Atlanta came next.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I got into it.
That's right.
Yeah, it was Atlanta, then New York, and
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
so Shannon's really catching
But
it.
isn't there somebody on that cast that's sick? Vicky?
Vicky has some type of surgery, but she's just a friend of the show.
Oh, she's not on the show anymore?
No, Vicky's been gone.
She was the first housewife.
That's right.
Like the first housewife.
That's right. Wow. And she still reigns supreme. Everybody still loves Vicky.
Oh.
So she'll pop in and out. But her, Tamara Judge, and Shannon have a podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's called The Three Amigos or Three something. And because of all of this, Tamara has bowed out of the podcast.
Oh my.
And so now it was the Tres Amigos. And so now it's just Vicky and Shannon. So it's a mess right now, but it's good TV.
Yeah, I think when I was watching when they do the islands.
Yes.
Remember she was
Yes.
over Dorinda's house?
That's right.
It was something about Vicky. I was like, I don't know if I like Vicky.
I know Vicky's complicated.
Okay,
But
good.
she
Then I
brings
read
it,
her
though.
right. I read her right.
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Oh no,
I
she's
read
a
her
lot
right.
now.
Yeah.
She's a lot.
So the other one is the one that I watch is Welcome to Blytheville. And it is, I love anything TLC. Anything that is bizarre and different, I'm going to watch
That's
it.
right,
So
you do.
this is a 6th season, and the Plyths are, as Tiffany wrote in the notes, are blonde-haired, blue-eyed family of 11 in southeastern Georgia. And their religion, they were a religious family, and it's close to, I want to say, some of the religions in Utah. I think it was
Mormon?
Mormon. That's what it is. They're related to that type of religion.
Okay.
Like the girls wear long dresses and all of that. So this family is totally broken up now. Totally, they're drinking Coca-Cola. They're drinking alcohol. One of them is Micah, who is a model now. Beautiful.
She's the
He's
daughter?
a guy. He's a
Oh,
guy.
okay.
He's beautiful. All the boys are gorgeous. All the girls are cute. And one, Ethan, married a girl, and he's estranged from his family. And she's introduced him to Coca-Cola. She's introduced him to, alcohol and margaritas.
So they've
and
gotten
having
into
fun.
the world
They've
and
gotten into the
strayed
world.
from the-
They've strayed from the family. The mom and dad now have strayed as well. The mom and daddy have gotten a divorce.
What?
The mama is dating another guy now, and she's got 11 kids.
So wait a minute. So did the show make them all the fame and all that that came with it?
I've always said I think that reality TV brings out all your problems.
Mm-hmm.
The problems are already there. They just bring them out more. But I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
And it's
But
still a show.
It's still a show. Ethan, who was the first one to get married to a girl of the world, but
Okay.
she was kind of in a religion that was similar to his too. They're going to divorce.
Oh wow.
And it's sad because that's the first and only woman that he's ever been with.
Oh.
And he's pitiful and sad. He's like, can we work this out? And she's like, no.
So no kids, no grandkids.
No, none.
Okay.
You gotta check it out. Just give it a try. I think start
so
from the
the
very
draw
beginning.
to it is they started out being very religious and now they just lost their mind.
Like you could ask one of the kids, who is LeBron James? And they're gonna be like,
So they don't watch TV.
I don't know. They can't. They're homeschooled.
Wow.
All of that. It's very intriguing.
Okay.
I promise you, you will like it if you just give it a shot.
Now, you know I binge something, honey.
Yeah, you will. But I'm telling you, you may like this one.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Next we have documentary recap. Daughters on Netflix. Now, one of my friends brought this up to me, and when I started watching it, I could not stop. Kerry Washington is one of the producers, and let's just give Kerry Washington a little shout out because she is on the producing road.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
She's doing her thing.
She is doing her thing, and she's doing a good job of it.
She really
and
is.
In fact, it was just so funny. Sunday, I started watching Scandal again. Like, I wanted to go back because I was on TikTok and I started watching. I was going down this rabbit hole with Gavin Newsom and Tony Goldwyn, right?
Yes.
And I started to just see
Pat knees.
Pat definitely. Gavin Newsom definitely pat a knee on him. Definitely pat his knee. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
He is very good looking.
And I wanted to just go back and see if we saw the signs of them being together before we saw them together.
Okay.
And I hate that. It's kind of like maybe I knew, but you didn't really see the signs. And I remember when they first kissed on that show. Now we're getting back to Daughters. We all were like, "Oh, you remember that?"
No, we were.
Yeah. But anyway,
I love Scandal.
Yeah, Scandal's awesome.
But it's about 4 young girls that prepare for their special daddy-daughter dance.
Yeah.
But there's a twist to it.
Yeah.
The fathers are incarcerated. And there is this program that has been going on for about 12 years.
Yep.
Where they bring the children of fathers that have been incarcerated and they create this experience, and it's a daddy-daughter dance.
Yeah.
And guys, when I tell you, it opens up with the little girl,
Aubrey.
who is 5 years
Yeah.
old. She's the sweetest little thing.
Yeah.
And all she does is count the days or the years that the daddy is going to be released from jail. It was heartbreaking.
It is. This, for me, I liked it, but it's hard.
It's very hard.
When I got done watching it, I was like physically exhausted because it was very heavy to me. It was depressing, and it was a lot to take in.
But I thought also it like has some hope to it as well.
Yeah.
Like this program, they were saying that 95%
success rate. Yeah.
So that is a great thing.
That is a good thing.
It was some disappointing moments where the fathers thought at the time they didn't know their sentence.
Yeah.
They ended up getting sentenced longer and couldn't come out. But then there was one girl whose dad did get out, and she said she just woke up and at 4 a.m. he was there.
Yeah.
Out of prison, and you could just tell how it rescued this little girl because you could tell they're going down a path that is a point of no return.
Yeah.
Like one girl, the Raza.
Yeah, who's got the learning disability.
She attempted suicide twice.
Yeah.
And the joy that it also brought to me was when they were reunited with their fathers.
Yeah.
The hugs, the cries, just all of it.
It's what I'm telling you. It's very emotional. I mean, if you are having a bad day, don't watch it. Because it's going to bring out all kind of emotions and stuff, you know?
I agree.
But, I mean, I thought it was good. I really did. I thought it was good. I really appreciated those girls, how much they loved their dads.
Oh, my God.
And how much they, wanted their dads. Don't know that life. I don't know that life.
We talk about this,
Yes.
and it's everything for little girls to have their fathers in their lives.
Yep.
Because it does something to a woman.
It does. It does.
Let me tell you, I'm looking at this camera. To not have that male figure to tell you how beautiful you are, to instill confidence in you.
And that you can do anything anybody else can do.
That's right.
Yeah, and also, too, even though, we're African American, we have to do 10 times harder.
That's right.
So we don't know that life that those girls did, and I pray that they stay good girls.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And learn from their dad's mistakes.
And shout out to the moms. I mean, the mothers of these children. They are seriously holding it down. I also, another shocking thing that came to me in this 2014, they stopped the face-to-face physical visitation. In most prisons, and everything's done on a freaking app now.
That's not the same.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you gotta pay.
Yeah.
You have to pay for an extra photo.
I mean, can you imagine not hugging your dad?
No.
I can't. Can't imagine it. Can't imagine not hugging my dad.
So yeah, guys, it's sad, but it's a champagne moment for me.
It is. It's heavy. Yeah. It is heavy. I will say that. But watch it. Next, Simone Biles Rising on Netflix. I loved everything about this one.
I did too.
Let me tell you something. This is about Simone Biles, the gymnast, an Olympian, right? How, she withdrew from the 2020
Tokyo Games.
because her mental state. And I can appreciate her taking that serious
Yeah.
and realizing that she wasn't ready. In this Olympics, she was ready.
Listen,
She was ready
I learned
in
so
this
much
Olympics.
from this documentary because I didn't understand what the twisties were.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how, if you're mine and you're not in the right space, you could kill yourself.
Yeah, it's
doing
very
this.
dangerous. It's very
But
dangerous.
they also revealed how back in the day, and things have changed
Yep.
a lot,
Yep.
how these girls were pushed to the limit to
They
where
fought through.
Yeah. The pain,
So
the injuries.
again, let's go back to our generation, right? We're raised by baby boomers, right? And we're Gen X's. And what have we been taught? Fight through it.
That's right.
You fight through it. Now, you don't have to necessarily fight through stuff now.
But it's looked at as a quitter.
Yeah.
You gave up on the team.
Yeah.
You gave up on USA.
Yeah.
Your country.
But it's a real thing.
It's a real
It is
thing.
a real thing. And she started showing those scenes of other gymnasts that had that same issue. And it's like, you shake it off.
That's right.
You shake it. But that's how our generation was taught.
And what I loved, she brought to the scene the black gymnasts of the world,
Yes.
and how the white women looked a certain way.
Yeah.
And when these black girls start coming in,
Yeah, yeah.
They're once again changing the game.
Yep, 'cause that's
of
what we
how-
do.
That's right.
That's what we
of
do.
how things are supposed to look.
Yeah.
Body, hair.
Yep.
All of it.
Yep.
And
I love the fact Jonathan Owens, who is a wide receiver, is he a wide receiver? I think he's a wide.
He's a safety.
Safety. Plays for Chicago Bears. He's there supporting her, sitting with her parents, taking notes.
Yes.
And it's
taking down her scores.
Oh my, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
he's off the chain.
ridiculous. I love that support.
But then she reciprocates and goes to
Yeah.
his games.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, girl, because she is the most decorated gymnast.
she's a goat.
right? And she's sitting there in a suite with all these other coaches' wives, players, all this wives, and there's Simone Biles just right there in the
Little
mix.
4'8".
Little 4'8".
All 4'8".
Like just cheering her
Yep.
husband on.
Yep. Yeah.
And trying not to be like, don't look at me. I'm here for my husband.
Let's not put attention on me. We're here for him. And he's the sweetest. They have the sweetest
love
couple.
them.
The sweetest couple. And they're building this beautiful home.
Beautiful. In Texas.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. What about her mom? What do you think about her and their connection?
So I love that. I love how she's just braiding her, she was braiding her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting point though, her real mother is trying to come back into her life.
know.
I saw it on Daily Mail.
Yeah.
She's trying to come back. She's going to just wait and let it, let her decide when she wants to do it and all of that. But her real mother, her dad is actually her grandfather.
That's right.
And the woman he's married to, her mom, is actually her step-grandmama.
That's right.
Right.
Isn't that
So,
crazy?
It is crazy.
That's actually her blood, her father.
Yeah, yeah. But she's got two older siblings
Yep.
that were with the mom, or they were with another family member, and they didn't turn out as
They
well.
split 'em up.
They
Yeah.
didn't turn out as well as Simone and her sister.
But I heard that Simone's sister, the one that's closest to her,
Yeah.
is in contact with the mother.
Oh, is she? Okay.
But Simone is not there yet, I don't think.
Got to process it when she can process
Hey.
it. 2 episodes premiered on July 17th, and episodes 3 and 4 are going to premiere on October 25th.
I cannot wait to
I
see
can't wait.
that.
It's good TV.
It is.
Definitely good TV. Okay, next
Drama.
it is drama recap.
Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. Jack Stewart and the gang are back.
Yeah, this was really good this
It
season.
is.
It's good.
It's so good. It's only 2 episodes out right now.
Yep.
But Jax has gone through a lot, right?
Yep.
So last season, Michael Ealy, who played her ex, who was
Committed suicide in front of her.
Can we just talk about how crazy Michael can?
Oh my God. And
He
I
can-
didn't want him to be like that.
But he can play crazy
He
really
can.
good.
He's too pretty to be like that.
I'm like, is he really like
I
that?
know. I
But
don't
it's
want to
too-
see that, like him do that. He's too pretty.
He's gorgeous. But he killed himself in front of her.
And in front of her. And so she's still going through therapy or whatever. And the therapist cleared her to go back to work or whatever. Her best friend murders her husband.
who he was clearly abusive.
Yes, he was.
But the plot thickens because the best friend has skipped town
Yep.
with all this money in a hidden account.
Yep.
That her husband, I guess she'd been stealing from the husband.
Yeah.
And then it opens with her, you see where she's murdered him,
Yep. He's begging her for help, and she just stands there.
waiting on him to take his last breath.
Yes.
So when I tell you
Yes.
that ain't, he must have been the devil.
He had to have been the devil. Had to have been the devil. But she can't really represent her because she's too close to this. She's had so much traumatic stuff happen with her last season, so she's not really ready to try to dig in.
And she's
so,
trying to get back with her husband.
and she's trying to get back with her husband, and it's with she calls Morris Chestnut. But what's so funny?
Corey Cash.
When Morris Chestnut comes in, it's like the music starts and he's
Yes.
like Lance from Best Man.
Yes.
He's Lance from Best Man. I like this. This is really good. I did think one thing was interesting was when Jax was talking to her husband. They were talking about the daughter. Said, "You guys are baby boomers. You're boomers." And she says, "We're not boomers. We're millennials." And I was sitting there like,
I know.
"Skipped a generation."
I know. Right.
You skipped a generation.
But yeah, I want to see how it turns out. Chanel is on the run right now.
Yeah.
So we got to tune in to see how it
It's
goes.
really, really good. Definitely check that out. That's on Hulu.
Champagne moment.
Champagne moment for sure.
Movie recap. The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat comedy drama. It is on Hulu. It's directed by Tina Marbury, who I actually really love, and it's got some heavy hitters in it. It's Sanaya Latham, Uzo Aduba, who plays Clarice, and Anjanou Ellis-Taylor, my Sarah, who's amazing, who plays Odette, and Sanaya plays Barbara Jean. And it's a story about lifelong friends who always meet at Earl's.
Yeah. And when I saw the title, I was like, is this going to be about the Supremes? Because it was three women, and it's totally not about the Supremes at all.
That's right.
It's about just three friends that grew up.
Yeah.
And they continued to be friends up until the very end of the movie.
That's right.
You know, they had life trauma and things like that. And Sanaa Lathan was an alcoholic, and she liked white men.
Well, she only liked the one.
Well, just
it
roll
was her
with it.
childhood
Just
love.
roll with it.
No.
She did. She
It
liked
was
women.
one.
But it was really sad, though. It's a sad. That part was really sad.
It is
Yeah.
sad. But what I was telling Tony, I love anything that deals with true, real friendship and sisterhood.
I agree.
And this, to me, embodies all of that.
Yeah.
They didn't come from perfect backgrounds. And all three of their lives took different directions, right?
Totally different directions.
But one of the girls gets sick, has cancer, Anjanou, and just how that sickness brings them together, because, you know, when you're dealing with life and death, it's like, look, what are you complaining about? Like, get your stuff together.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You're a drunk.
Absolutely.
You're a coward.
Absolutely.
And I'm tired of this.
Yeah. And I think what it showed too is essence of friendship, because you should be able to say whatever you can say to one of your closest friends without wondering or worrying,
that part.
Is she gonna be mad at me?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because that's your sister. That is your sister. That is the family that you chose.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I really do I think that this showed the essence of Black women empowerment and friendship.
I agree.
I think it really did
And when
show
she
that.
thought it was, she thought she was going to die.
Yeah.
Girl, she encouraged all of them to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like she told Barbara Jean, go get your man.
Yeah.
Go get that white man.
Yeah. Who was from Nip Tuck.
Gorgeous.
Oh my God, Christian from
Yes.
And I love Christian on Nip Tuck.
Oh, God.
Nip Tuck was everything.
Baby.
Was that not the
Don't
best?
get me started.
Woo! That was so good.
That was before his time.
Oh my God, yes. On FX.
Yeah, so he played
Jesus.
the childhood boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then our man Charles from
Oh God. From BMF.
BMF.
Yeah.
He played Clarice's wife.
But you know what was so
I'm
funny?
her husband.
What was so funny when he was sitting there before she fronted him, when he was sitting there watching TV.
Yeah.
Just laughing. I was
Yeah.
like, well, you just don't know what she getting ready
he was
to say
cheating
to him.
once again.
Yeah.
In this movie, and she confronted him about it.
Oh, he's only 50.
Yeah.
He looks older than that.
I know.
To me,
I love him though.
I know, but he does. He looks older than that. But
I think it's the little hair.
It's that he always to me looks like that guy that's gonna have that name on his shirt. don't you think his name? He's a hardworking dude.
That's right.
Love those guys. They have their
right.
name on the shirt, just printed on the
This fool
shirt.
said, love those guys.
Love those guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He just looks like always that type of character he
I
plays.
agree. And then Mekhi Phifer.
Oh, he's legend.
Amazing.
Legend.
And I got to meet some of these people at Essence.
Yeah.
And just when I say, like, it was like meeting your best friends when I was
they
around
kept
there.
it like just really
Very-
like, yeah.
I mean, just amazing.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I think, what'd you
It
think?
was okay.
Okay.
It was. I still give it a champagne moment because of the empowerment
Yeah.
of what it is with sisterhood.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I was like, okay, all right. But I did like what it represented. Okay. Now
I'm
it's
sorry,
time
y'all. I'm
for what you watching.
Woo, the industry.
Go for it, mama.
On Max drama. It's 3 seasons. So my girlfriend Monique texted me and was like, popcorn and champagne ain't told me about the industry. And I was like, you know what?
Love
It's
Monique.
on my list.
Yeah.
And so
it's been on 3 for a while too.
It has.
You gotta, anything that HBO and Max is gonna be top notch.
Absolutely.
If you
That's
think
how I feel about Apple.
Yeah, yes. You think about Sopranos was top notch. You think about The Wire was top notch.
Game of Thrones.
House of Dragons was top notch. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I didn't watch it, but it seemed like it was top notch.
It is, girl.
Everything they do
It's
is
quality.
Quality.
I agree.
It is. It's quality.
So it made me tune in when she talked about it because she doesn't ask for much, honey. And I love it.
Love
I'm
my
binge
Monique.
watching it right now. So
Yeah, me
hopefully
too.
when we get into the newer season.
Sure, we'll start talking about it. Yeah.
But it's really good. It's about some graduates that
Sure.
come to a top investment bank
Yep.
in London.
Yep.
And it's cutthroat.
Yep, it is. Lady in the Lake, honey.
On Apple TV.
Nope.
It's a TV drama miniseries with Natalie Portman, who I love.
Too, but this one ain't it.
And they have an all-star black cast in it as
It
well.
is.
I
It
mean,
really
Wood
is.
Harris
Yeah, it is.
my
He's
everything.
in everything.
Love
and he
him.
refuses to age.
Love him.
Refuses to age.
And so it's a intertwined story with Natalie and this lady named Cleo. And so it starts off a little odd, but I was telling Tony, it's actually gotten good now.
What episode are you on?
7?
Okay, so if you have ADHD, brace yourselves. I wouldn't do it.
But Natalie plays a white working class
Yeah.
lady. She
Yeah,
wants
and it's
to.
based in 1966, so
Yeah.
I do like period pieces like that when they're based in different eras. I do like
Yeah.
that. So,
But the black side of it is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So next on what you're watching is Untold Sign Stealer. Now this was a huge story. You know, we like it sports documentaries, right? This is about the former Michigan staffer who
Yes.
was under NCAA investigation for allegedly sign stealing.
Now, what does that mean?
So, okay, so like you're at a game, and I can only say this because I'm talking about like Virginia Tech. You'll have somebody in a bright yellow shirt, a blue shirt, a green shirt, and they're holding up plays so the players can see.
yeah, on the
So that's
sideline.
what it is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was doing something similar to that, like writing down what they were saying, what they were,
Oh, so
trying
he
to
was
steal some
working
of the
for the
plays.
other-
No, he was working for Michigan. So whenever Michigan would play against someone else, he would try to see what their plays were going to be.
So he's sitting on the other side.
Correct.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
And then he will report that to Michigan.
Correct.
So this is what Harbaugh got in trouble about.
Yeah, but he did. I think he was suspended a few games, but they still won the national championship.
They did.
And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, is it fair and just that they did? But nonetheless they did, and this is one to watch. This is one to watch. For
I
sure.
saw it coming up.
Yep.
So.
And the next one is Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes. This is on HBO Max, and it is revealing her life in Hollywood and all of her old record. I love that kind of stuff. All her old recordings and stuff like that. And just how she was an activist, and she was so before her time.
She was.
And how, when Rock Hudson came out, with AIDS,
yeah.
she was right there by his side.
That's
When,
right.
and I think she even knew when he was gay,
Yeah.
but no one else really knew that, and
That's
she
right.
didn't treat him any differently. So that's one to watch for
Yeah,
sure.
she was a big mover and shaker.
She
in
is.
that,
She's beautiful
for sure.
too. She was stunningly beautiful.
was.
She did, and she had something going on with her eyelashes, where she had double eyelashes,
No, they were always on key, baby.
and they were hers.
No.
Yeah, it was like a condition. I wish I had it. It's a condition. I'm not going to say I wish I had it because you don't know what the complications are with it. But it's like you have double lashes.
I've never heard of such.
Stunningly beautiful woman.
Wow.
Yeah, stunningly beautiful.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining another episode of Popcorn and Champagne. And make sure you guys go like and subscribe our YouTube page, which is Popcorn and Champagne.
And follow us on Instagram, popcorn_champagne, and watch us anywhere you get your podcast.
Absolutely. And make sure that you go to Kolonel'sPopcorn.com, Kolonel'sPopcornNashville.com, where you can get the Tony and Tiff mix by using the code TTMix10 to get 10% off.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
Never been so lucky I can